So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Fielded right around the 8. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
From the gun, it's Dillon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the... And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
In motion left is Hopkins. After the sack on first down, Hurts under pressure, they got him again. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Hurts. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, 44 yards. And the Wizards are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to patch together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They have nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, 75 yards. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to.
Touchdown! Randall Cobb with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And all the way in for the touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards.
And the Wizards get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On first down, Rodgers.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers caught by Cobb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, catch made by Driver. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Hurts throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. On first down, Hurts. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Hurts. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, Del Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point